Today I'm continuing the process of getting this old truck roadworthy again. I didn't really mention it in the last video, but this is kind of like a budget and just spare time type of thing anybody could do. And I try to give myself a weekly budget for frivolous spending, so and pretty much this is what I'm using my allowance on. And a few minutes here and there. I'm a couple hundred in so far, a couple parts ordered, still waiting on a couple things. I've not cheated on the budget yet so far, but I gotta go to town, get oil change, have a distributor coming. I think I still need to get a fan clutch. Today I'm going to revisit the dry shaft. I didn't really like the way the rear universal joint was fitting. I think maybe when the dry shaft came out of the truck, it might have bent it a little bit there at the end, kind of collapsed it or something. I'm going to pull it back out, see maybe if I can spread it back open a little bit so the clips fit better, or we'll see what I can do. Hopefully I'll be able to find a whole replacement dry shaft affordably. I have a buddy, he had a dry shaft pile there a few years ago. Go dig around in there, maybe 20 bucks or so, find one that'll work. But I'm gonna mess with this for now and see what I can do. It's probably worth mentioning, you should always chalk your wheels and probably go ahead and set your parking brake if it works. Before you take the dry shaft loose, you pull this thing out and the truck tries to roll away. You don't want to run yourself over, but see if I can get this. Yeah, it's all coming pretty loose. It's not been in there. Well, they literally just went up the road maybe a quarter mile and back, but this thing seemed like just binding, and that clip didn't want to really fit good, and it kind of bulged outwards. This dry shaft, I don't know. I know it needs a new one, but I don't want to really spend the money at the moment. But I actually need a front dry shaft too, so one of these days I'll get around to it, I guess. But I believe this will be okay for now. There is quite a bit of oil here that kind of concerns me. I don't know if that's just spilled from when I had it apart previously, or if that seal is leaking, but they clean that off of there too, and we'll see what happens with that. But I'll get this out, show you what I'm talking about on this U-joint, and maybe pull it apart and see what I can do to fix it. It's a good thing I checked. It kind of looks like that clip's up out of the groove. Maybe not as much on this side, but you can see it's kind of bulging, and it was really stiff and in a bind, which I knew that wasn't really right, but yeah. Yeah, there's the little ding. Yeah, this old dry shaft's pretty rough, but we'll pop this up. That might spread. I don't know. I'll pop it apart, get this U-joint out, and take a look at everything. Well, there's one expertly removed U-joint. My idea initially was to go to Rural King, get a big bolt, a couple nuts, some washers, try to fish everything through here, and crank them bolts or the nuts down to kind of push against this to spread it. But I remembered I was given a porta power a couple years ago, so I might have to do a little side quest and see if I can get that thing working again. It's got a pretty bad leak. Last time I tried to use it, it's bleeding off pretty quick, but I'll get it out. I think it might have just the perfect attachment to fit in here. Spread this back open. Let me take a look at it and I'll come back. This is a Jong Mall. Just know it's good. This thing's case is falling apart. But I don't know what's spilled in here. I got this. And maybe we'll stack some stuff in here and make something happen. But yeah, I believe that'll work. But what I gotta do is I gotta get this thing. It was leaking somewhere. I can't remember now, but I'll fix it, or try to. Hoping maybe it's just an O-ring or something, but we'll see. I'm trying to be semi-precise with this. I don't want to overstretch it here. Hoping this doesn't just break off, which no big loss anyway. But it looks like this is going to work. I don't have to touch it. I swear last time I was using it, it was leaking pretty bad, but maybe it's fixed itself. But I'm gonna try to get this set up and see what'll happen. Well, the old Dong Ma let me down, so I guess we're gonna try my bolt trick. As you can see, it's a couple hours later, and of course, completely dark. A couple options here on the bolt. That might be about perfect. It was $4.50. Got some washers and a couple different lengths of bolt in case I had to make something. Well, I figured it out. No cutting required. I just had to fish it through. Just gonna try it. Let me move some stuff around. That seemed to be moderately successful. Let's see. I took a measurement before. And, if my dial hasn't moved, we got about 10 thousandths, I guess what that means, worth of clearance in there. That might be about right. I don't know. I'm gonna try putting the universal joint back in it, see what it looks like. It's been about a week since I touched this. Basically, I haven't had a lot of time to work on it. When I get home from work, I have maybe an hour of daylight, and if I'm doing anything before I get a chance to come outside and pedal around, it's dark. And last week we went from beautiful t-shirt weather, nice and warm. Then we had thunderstorms and tornado watch, and then like the next day, a couple inches of snow. So it's been hard to get anything done here lately. I don't know how much of the footage I'm going to be able to use from the last time I was messing with it. It was dark, but I was able to spread this some, and it's better, but it's still not great. It needs work. Main issue I'm having is the groove for the snap rings. It's kind of messed up, so they don't snap in real well. I've been on the hunt for a dry shaft, and I'm disappointed. I was really out of touch on my pricing, I guess. Just random used dry shafts people want 100 and up for, and most of them a couple hours away from me, so I'll keep looking, but we'll try to fix this one up. I need to take this back apart, try to spread this open a little more so it's not so tight. I may hit this with a welder and see if I can touch up these grooves, get these clips to snap in better. That looks just great. I mean, I guess it's gonna be better than it was anyway. It'll clean up, you'll never even know it's there. Main concern was these grooves here. You can see where this is beat up around the edges. It's closed this groove up so that the clips don't want to fit. But I got a little Dremel tool. I'm gonna try to clean it up some, see if I can get the U-joint back in there, the clips, everything secured. As you can see, it's pretty well dark again already, so I'll do as much as I can tonight. Should be able to get back on everything again in the morning. I have pretty much all the parts here I need for the old truck, so it's just getting them on it now. I got it all back together. Got the clips all seated in there nicely. You can see my booger weld on there, but it matches the rest of it there. See both sides here. That is probably good enough for who it's for. I'll probably throw this back in here tomorrow and forget all about it. I'm just ready to move on to other things for now. But I believe that's going to work for me. The dry shafts then. That's the last I'm going to talk about that for now, I guess. But it did remind me, I lost some fluid when I started the other day with the dry shaft out, and of course I pulled it back out again on this slight incline here. But I'm not sure if I could top it off because the fill plug is pretty high. It's nearly well, it's higher than the yoke anyway, so that don't really seem right. So I don't know if I just fill it to the bottom like usual, or if there's a set amount I need to put in there. But it probably wouldn't hurt to go ahead and drain it all and put new. Probably do differentials and all that again. Mileage wise, it's pretty new, all the fluid, but as far as time, it's probably been 8 years or so. I'm trying to figure out order of operation, what I'm going to do next. I would like to change the oil while I'm under here, but somebody put these stupid headers right in the way of everything. But I may wait on the oil change because I need to do the distributor, and if any debris or anything happened to fall in, it would be good to change the oil afterwards. So yeah, I might do distributor next. I got a clutch, or yeah, the fan clutch, an oil change, and the tags, and this thing will be back on the road. But I guess I'm gonna go topside and see what I can do up there. I guess I'm doing the fan clutch next. I got this Hayden brand. It's severe duty. I don't know what the difference would be. It is thermal. Oh, I don't like that multi-pattern. That's kind of not. Oh yeah. It's definitely. I was wondering if I wasted the money. This is definitely tighter than this one. It wasn't getting hot or anything. It just wasn't moving a lot of air at temperature. So I don't know. It's cheap enough, 30 bucks. It's insurance anyway, I guess. But, see if I can buzz this thing off there. There it goes. I don't know what I'm filming. Not my hands. Honestly, I'm gonna grab some Loctite. Found some high strength removable. I had this and some like Chinese off-brand red that came with some stuff I'd bought, which that's probably similar in strength, but that sounds better anyway. I'll go ahead and put some on here, I guess, and see if I can get these started. You can see the difference between the severe duty there on the left and this standard one here on the right, I guess. Pictures of the other standard duties did look like this, so I'm guessing this one's better anyway. I don't know, this thing looks like it's been on the shelf a while. There's a date here, 2006, but that could just be when they designed their packaging. But I'll throw this fan back on here, pull the old distributor out, probably go ahead and take a look at it, see if I can see anything wrong with it. I'm kind of skeptical of the replacement I bought, so I'll have to do some comparison between the two. Well, I have a trick I like to use to put distributors back in right where I want them, but I don't think I'm going to use it this time. I'm going to cheat, take a note which way the rotor is pointed, and try to put the next distributor back in the same way and go from there. If I have to pull it back out and do it the right way, I will. I'll do it later though. There was several options for just a standard OEM distributor on Rock Auto. 70s, I guess, like 75 through 80 maybe. They were one part number, then had 81 through 86 for a 350, and then 81 through 86 with a 305, which I'm pretty sure the 305 has that electric spark control, extra wire hanging out of it or whatever. But I went with the 81 and up 350 distributor. Truck was originally a 305, but I don't need that distributor, and this one was the cheap option anyway, so that's what I got. I was kind of concerned because I couldn't move the vacuum advance rod by hand in this one, but I can't in this one either, so I assume that's just the way they are. I don't know. I've never really done anything but take them out and slap them in. And the one time I did check this one, I scared myself, but I'm gonna throw it in and see how it does. Problem I was having with this one is I had to turn the timing back so far that it barely could get out of its own way, and still under a load it would just ping and rattle, and it would, every so often I had to go back and turn it back even more. So I'm not sure what's wrong. This distributor, it could be fine. So I might have wasted $50, but at least I'll have an extra on the shelf if I need it. But I'm gonna try it and we'll see what happens. Everything in here looks good. It looks relatively new, actually. I don't think I replaced it, but maybe the replacement engine had a new one in it. These springs, though, they seem really light. That's a difference. These over here, let's see, comparison here. Yeah, I can't. These here, so maybe that's the issue. Springs or something with the pin here. There's a lot of slop in general on this one, but you know, this one here pretty tight, so maybe I'm onto something here. We'll try it. Worst comes to worst, I'll have a spare, I guess, or one I can get into and try to fix later. I don't know. As you see, it's getting dark again already, but I'm going to at least try to get this distributor in, because it's supposed to rain the rest of the week, actually, so I need to get the distributor in tonight. That way everything's plugged up, no water blowing in under the hood or anything go down the distributor hole if it comes in monsoon or something. But get this back together and I'll do the oil change. I might do the oil change here in the dark by myself. Y'all probably don't want to know what kind of oil and filter I'm going to be using anyway. Everybody's got their own opinions on that, but I'm just about done with this truck, other than cleaning it up and getting it legal. My goal is to try to drive it to work Friday morning. We'll see if I can get to that. One way or other, it should be running and driving. How about another quick test drive? Oh, that's not real happy. That exhaust leak's gonna drive me crazy. Well, I guess I'm gonna put this camera down before I get in trouble, but that's why I run up the road real quick and see how it's gonna act. Everything seems good so far. This thing sure is oily under here. I think a lot of that might be power steering. Needs a new steering box, I believe. I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to change the oil today. That filter It's probably gonna be fun. This will come loose. Hopefully, it's not stripped. I seem to remember something was up with the drain plug. I sure didn't think it'd be 8 years before I changed the oil in this thing again. The last time I changed it. What? Busy. Oh, that's black. Stinks. There is absolutely no way to get a good grip on that filter. Got header in the way here. Got clutch rod in the way there. It's a little hole here to get. It's stuck, of course. I was going to try to get it off there non-destructive way. It's an old Wix. I wanted to compare it. Maybe. Thought it would be cool to compare it to a current Wix. Unpopular opinion, I'm not a huge Wix fanboy anymore. But yeah, I still use them when it's convenient anyway. But it's all, man, just have to knock a hole in it or something. Use the old screwdriver trick, but hopefully it comes off there. I'm not stuck with a bigger mess. I guess I'll let that drain for now and go grab me a bite to eat and come back to it. Less likely to make such a big mess anyway, but that trick might work pretty good if you got time to wait on it. That didn't work too well, actually. I guess it needed a vent hole, but once I poked the hole, go higher up the screwdriver, oil poured out of it, but it doesn't seem all that stuck. I just can't get a good grip on it. I definitely can't now, so that's gonna be fun. But and it's probably pretty boring, so I'll finish this up down here. I'll come back to, I guess, the carburetor once I finish down here. Got the oil and filter changed. Next thing I'm going to do before I forget, it's bothering me. There's a bird's nest behind the grill. It's kind of a pain to take the grills out of these trucks. There's one screw here everybody always forgets. And of course the one's cross top. I think there's one at each side behind the bezel. I'm hoping I just take the bezel loose. These two screws here, two up here, and kind of rake it out that way. I don't really, these grills are hard to find. This one, it's pretty much perfect condition for now. So I'm trying to be the least destructive as I can with it. That was really packed in there. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to lose my bit. Don't like touching it either, but oh well. Yeah, that's gonna work. Get all this mess out. I'm gonna have to probably make me another tool to adjust on the carburetor there. I'll show you what I mean here in a minute, but let me finish. I'll finish this up for now, I guess. And I'll come back to the carburetor. Alright, so I tried last night, which there is slightly better access with air cleaner off, but there's just no way to really get in here. In the interest of time savings, I'm just gonna chop the end of this off. I mean, I hate to. It's pretty good, but I can't use it the way it is, so it ain't gonna really hurt nothing to cut it, I guess. This side, you can just kind of barely get it in there, but it kind of binds and don't really want to do any turns. But I looked it up and I found a lot of people saying the base setting I should start at is actually 3 turns out from closed. But so I'm going to start there and see how that does. It's be ruining my tool here, but I'll cut that off and see if I can fit it in there. Hopefully, yeah, it should work. I don't see any reason why. I just hold on to, yeah, I'll try it. We'll see. I gave myself a little reference mark so I can see how many turns I was going. Hopefully I'll be able to see that. I'm gonna go ahead and rough this in. Hopefully the 3 turns out, if that is the base setting, they'll take away that little skip, little rough idle it has. But I'll do that, and I guess probably take it for a test drive. Let's test my theory on that distributor, whether or not that mechanical advance was causing the issues and everything. For the most part though, it does seem to run better, starts easier. It seems like an improvement so far. Could be in my head, but we'll see. Let's get a cold start this morning. Oop. Perfect. I did do a little test drive yesterday evening. Went relatively uneventful. They have a, I believe, brake caliper sticking a little bit. That's the only thing that hasn't been touched on the brake system so far. So there's that. I tried to get a video, but with the rain and the dark and windows being so dirty, it's basically unusable. But we'll do a video driving it to work this morning. See, maybe that brake will free up, or what's going to happen with that. Basically, hold on, let me try to fix something here. I'm hoping I can fix the view in editing, but probably not going to film the whole video on the way to work the whole way. Obviously, that'd be a long video. This little truck actually drives really good. steering box and everything's nice and tight, so I might just look into trying to get a seal kit for it. In-car video of a vehicle out driving around just really never interests me a whole lot. Geez, and kind of wish I had like an exterior view. I don't know what the difference is, just more interesting, I guess. Maybe video of drive-by or chase vehicle, something different. Just sitting on the dash looking straight ahead, that's boring to me. So we'll put a little bit in there anyway. We'll truck it. Doing good so far. It's a pretty straight shot to work, so I don't think I'm going to have any huge problems with the brake. Shouldn't have to use them a whole lot. I'm hoping it'll free up, because it's got all new hoses, got a new master cylinder, got a new booster, new pads, new shoes on the back. I believe I put new wheel cylinders on the back when I did the axle seals, which I'm saying new, but that was all at least 8 years ago, I'm guessing. So far so good. Check back in a little while. Y'all are pussy enough for the minute. Made it to work. Pretty uneventful. Temperature's good. Oil pressure, that's good. A little lower than I remember the truck having before, but maybe I'm misremembering. But so far so good. We'll see how it does on the way home, I guess. I'm about whooped today, but leaving work on a Friday afternoon, driving a square body Chevy. Life's pretty good right now, I guess.
Perfect time for you to come and try church in a loving atmosphere. Fellowship, sing, pray, and listen to God's word presented by
Old blower motor ain't too happy. I don't think camera's in focus very good. That's the problem I had last night. It likes to focus on the hood and not the surroundings. take a look at the brake caliper. As cheap as they are, I may go ahead and replace it, but it seems okay for now. Made it home. It was a pleasant, uneventful drive. I've ruined my video. Last night I couldn't see, so I gave it a quick rinse. Still dirty, but it won't be as satisfying to clean it. It was pretty satisfying watching all the black junk come off of it. So I just gave it a quick rinse, no scrubbing, no nothing, at the car wash. Well, truck idle's good. See, a little more tweaks to it. A whole lot more I can do for now. Been driving the old truck around a little bit this weekend. It's been pretty flawless overall. Brake seems to have freed itself up and everything. Still working on some carburetor tuning stuff. Not going to really record any of that. It'd be kind of boring probably, and I really don't know what I'm doing, so I'm not going to do that. But I think I'll just, in this video here, may post a couple short updates here and there when budget and time allows me to do anything to the old truck. But for now, I'm just going to kind of enjoy it as is. But thank you for tuning in. I'll be back with something. I don't know what yet, but I have another video eventually. Thanks for watching.